is what we're doing.
I guess. I mean, I have nothing prepared.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Picks and Sticks podcast, a fun music podcast where four great friends talk about the music, bands, and songs that they love. I'm Mauro.
I'm Gordo.
I'm Cecil.
And I'm Huff.
And this is Picks and Sticks.
On this episode of the podcast, we're going to bring you 20 great punk tunes.
Dude, that was spectacular. Right off the floor. Man. No rust. It's been almost like 2 years to the day. I looked at the last of Metallica. Oh, so I don't know. I was like, I don't know. Does everyone have an excuse? Like, I was just going to, like, we were incarcerated in Tijuana after a bad Tuesday night with the fellas. We just finally, Johnny Cochran got us out. I don't know. I
got jobs.
Yeah, we got, we had to get we got
jobs.
Paying jobs. I don't know. Gordo.
I had to go get milk.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Gordo went for milk, never came
Oh,
back.
that's my dad.
Oh, I forgot
My dad went for milk once, came back after a week. I know it's a sad story, but there's more to it. He ran into a buddy. He's like, hey, you want to go for a beer? So they went for a beer, and then he's like, oh, I'm out too late. I can't go home now. And that turned into like a week-long bender.
DC?
That's awesome.
Dude.
Maybe it wasn't a week. It was a few days, though.
Whatever. Let's call it a week. You can say whatever you want.
Welcome back, everybody. You guys look tremendous.
Yeah, you know, I've been going to the gym.
It's clear.
No, sorry, I meant bar. No, I'm getting fatter and fatter. And because I'm getting older, I'm starting to shrink now. I just had my physical on Wednesday, and it's like I'm like same weight, but I'm down at like 3/4 of an inch. So my BMI keeps getting worse, but I'm not gaining any weight. I'm just getting shorter, so I get fatter.
I had my physical a couple months ago, and he goes, do you know you're 47 pounds heavier than you were 3 years ago? 47? 47 in 3 years.
That's not possible, dude.
Quit hockey.
Dude, you look tremendous.
It's all in my
We got to introduce
all
our
in my
special
belly.
guest here.
Oh, yeah, we should do that.
Yeah.
The birthday boy.
We got Clarence Carter.
Yeah, no, everyone knows it.
What's that?
The incredible Ducci.
Ducci, the world-renowned. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday, Brian.
Thanks,
Cheers.
boys.
He crashed the party. We thought, you know what?
I just want to hear the intro tune again.
It's a good call.
Yeah, you know, we usually do play it a couple times because we usually fuck up the intro. But again, Mauro is just like the consummate professional. Nailed it right off the floor. Not a problem. Oh, you're going again?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. This is such a Beavis and Butthead intro.
Yeah, play it again.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Picks.
It's a good riff.
It is a good riff.
Good.
Drumming blows, but the riff is good.
Yeah.
Thanks. It's cool to be here.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm glad you know.
You gotta hold that mic closer.
You think?
Get it in there.
Yeah, I know that's the problem.
No, I just want to see you guys do your thing here.
Right
Oh,
on.
shit, Stan.
Thanks for being here, man.
We're pulling back the curtain. It's like he won the golden ticket.
That's right.
We had thousands of entries, and
He opened up the right edible, and there's a golden ticket in there.
You guys go. I got a fucking idea.
that's what.
You guys keep going.
Huh? That's why we were gone for 2 years. We had so many entries. It took us 2 years to go through all the entries, and then we had to do the draw. And Ducci won, so he gets to be a part of the episode. And it's we're talking punk bands, punk songs,
Something like that.
something like that. I was thinking more bands. I mean, trying to take any genre really, but punk, and boil that down to 5 songs. What a fucking stupid idea that was.
That was a terrible idea.
Yeah.
You find yourself asking, is this punk? Is this not punk? on all your songs you're picking, right?
You could do
Some
kind
are
of
pretty.
bands in a way too, right?
Yeah, that's the way I'm going to go at it, Dooch. Like, I'm just going to talk more bands. Because I could pick at least for a lot of the bands, you could pick almost any song.
Yep.
So many crossover bands too, right? You got thrash, you got hardcore.
Well, you guys went off the board a little bit.
I did.
I enjoyed it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I was like, okay, we could, and I even went to Wikipedia because that's the gold standard for accuracy.
Dude, I had to Google it. I got to say, what is punk rock? Google search.
Let's hear. What's it say?
It's right there on my notes.
We'll read that out.
There's lots of. Okay, I'll summarize this. Punk rock is a rock music genre that emerged in the mid 1970s, rooted in 1950s rock and roll and 1960s garage rock. Punk bands rejected the corporate narrative.
They did, didn't they? They really
did.
They leaned into that.
Did they say anything like who invented punk rock? I mean, I think it's Iggy, isn't it, for the most part?
Stooges popped up as maybe the
Yeah.
OGs of punk rock.
Stooges.
Because I looked at that too, and they said, so it's Iggy and the Stooges, Velvet Underground, which
Not punk, but
I don't find them like...
couple good tunes.
Yeah, and MC5, and I find that MC5 is hit and miss on that too. If I had to pick out of the three, I'd pick Stooges.
I only know Kick Out the Jams. With
Kick Out the
MC5
Jams, yeah.
and that.
I know like two or three of their songs are... I mean, I recognize them. I don't know if I would know the name of them.
Back to Wikipedia, there goes MC5 and Iggy and the Stooges,
Mm-hmm.
glam rock, such as the New York Dolls,
Yep.
and then New York prominent acts, Patti Smith, Richard Hell, the Voivods, the Voidoids. Sorry, not Voivods.
It's like Voivod.
Voidoids, and the Ramones.
Yeah.
And the Misfits.
Then there's the British Sex
The
Pistols,
Misfits.
Sex Pistols, Clash, The Damned,
Sex Pistols
Buzzcocks,
for sure.
Buzzcocks.
Well, see, and I don't know, like, I mean, I guess I don't want to get too far into it. I don't know. What do we want to do some of the opening stuff and then kind of circle back? Because I know, like I said, we've been gone a long time.
When was the last podcast?
It was
Almost 2 years.
April 28th, 2023.
And we did a review of Metallica 72 Seasons. In fact, we got an email about that too that we'll get to later.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. I haven't. Do we want to do Gord's pouch? We haven't seen the pouch in a long time.
I haven't opened this pouch. in a
Getting
long
misty.
I wish. Again, I over the 2 years, you would have think we would have been able to get some production on that. Like if we, like how do we not have an intro tune like what's his nuts, like a David Letterman? We always had an intro to a segment. We got nothing.
time.
I
That's
got.
all right.
Just hold on. I have sound effects.
Oh, the wizard is at work.
I got some,
This better be worth it.
Well, while you're looking for
Oh, no,
that,
it's not working.
there was a
That's so on brand. All right, well, without further ado, we'll bring you Gord's
All
pouch.
right, well-
What do you got?
you know what? We did get quite a few emails over the last 2 years, and
Were you dusting them off?
I was apologizing for our lack of production. There was definitely a theme that emerged.
Uh-oh.
I found, and it was
Anger?
it was a lot of our well-being. Like, how are you guys?
No.
What's happened? There was
Yeah.
genuine concern, I think, for
I could see that.
yeah. Well, there was definitely anger too, but that was
Yeah,
par for
no,
the
I
course.
could see that.
I did pick out a couple here that were interesting that I brought with me here
All
today that were a little, I think, interesting. All right, we got one here from Carl in Edmonton.
Carl in Edmonton.
All right,
All right.
here we go.
He's taking a run. I know it.
Carl
Take it
has
around.
a few problems, but here we go.
Okay.
Hey, Picks and Sticks. I was an avid listener to your podcast. What the heck happened? Did you guys go to jail?
Yeah, Tijuana. I told you.
It's been a long time between episodes. I do take issue with your one on Metallica 72 Seasons. It was a masterpiece, right up there with Puppets and the Black Album. You guys don't know what you're talking about. Lars is the best metal drummer of this or any era.
All right.
Carl goes on. I was at their show in Edmonton last year, and it was amazing. Lars is great when he stands up and encourages the crowd to sing along. By the way, I don't know why you guys.
This is egregious.
I don't know why you guys make so much fun of him. The AC/DC episode, on the other hand, was spot on. In my opinion, though, as good as Bon Scott was, he's no Brian Johnson. Right? We did have a lengthy debate on that.
Yeah, we did.
When the boys and I go quadding after crushing...
Holy fuck.
I know Carl had a lot to say.
Is this guy a journalism major?
He said, when the boys and I go quadding after crushing some brewskis, we always start the trip with Hell's Bells Crank. No better way to fucking give her.
No better way to give her.
Anyways,
That's amazing. I love you, Carl.
anyways, hope you guys got probation. Go Oilers, Carl and Edmonton.
All right. Well, I think he's fucking taking a bit of a run, but that's okay. Anyone want to respond to that?
He had some very strong opinions on Lars. He's very pro Lars. I don't know how we feel about that, but he didn't like our takes.
Not
on
like a
Lars.
guy in Edmonton to like Metallica and
AC/DC.
Go quadding.
And AC/DC.
Hey,
Right?
buddy just saw AC/DC in the States the other day.
I saw some footage and they look tremendous.
He said meh. He said meh.
Really?
Yeah. It's his all-time favorite band, but he said it was a little meh.
Well, I could see that. I mean, the boys are in their 70s. Like, I got to think, like, fuck, when we saw them, that was like late 90s, early 2000s. Like, that's 25, 30 years ago that we saw them.
I don't care if
fucking
they're meh.
grandpas.
It's fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, they'd be great.
They were a little bit better when they were 40 instead of 70.
I got up. So
In a rock and roll
So
band.
Hector he has 4 tickets for Vancouver.
Of course he does.
He had 4 tickets for Minneapolis.
Of course.
Yeah, Nate.
Fucking Nate.
Sorry. And he offered them to me, but it was like they were expensive. I don't
Oh.
remember they were like.
I thought you were going to say he offered him to you like the day before. Oh, hey, I can't
No,
I can't
don't
go
know-
to the show in
I don't even know
Minneapolis
what-
tomorrow.
No, because he bought the Minneapolis ones, so he had them
Okay.
just in case he couldn't get the Vancouver ones, and he offered them to me, and I was like, fuck, it was a lot of money, man,
What were the tickets worth?
a lot. I think it was fucking $1,800 US for 4 tickets.
Shit.
Sounds.
Plus, you got to
about
get
right.
yourself
Cheapest
there.
Vancouver ones were $460 or something.
Damn.
This is an absolute outrage, man. I feel bad for I mean, kids, if you will, adolescents. Right? Like you
$1,000.
want to go and see your favorite band? I mean, we used to pony up like when someone was in around the $50 to $60, we were like, what is going on,
Yeah.
these thieves?
Yeah.
And now I want to go to see a show, and it's like I'm in the ghetto at $225 a piece, and I'm like, this is bullshit.
Dude, I've seen Foo Fighters like 5 times, and I don't think I ever paid much more than $100 a ticket.
Yeah,
See, that's reasonable.
the most
because
the best show you're ever gonna see.
Because Dave's a fucking good guy. He's not a fucking moron.
My daughter went to see Taylor Swift, and it cost a fuck of a lot of money.
yeah, yeah. I know it's a car payment, it's a house payment, it's a mortgage payment, is what it is to go and see T Swift. But anyway,
All right, we got one
so
more
Carl,
here.
thanks for the note. Keep listening now,
fuck you, Carl.
You know, we got.
Fuck yourself.
I don't know if there's going to be another episode, but keep your eye out.
This one's a little more flattering. This is from Jan in Calgary.
Jan?
Jan.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway.
Or is it a dude named Jan?
no,
Is
I
that
think
is that an overseas email?
Norwegian?
Fucking- okay.
All right. Hello, Picks and Sticks. Looks like I'm late to the party as I just recently discovered your podcast. I really enjoy your insights into some of my favorite bands, especially the early 90s bands that I love. I like that you all seem to cook. Your barbecue and food discussions are so entertaining. You guys are really funny, and you should consider doing a video of you guys doing the podcast. I bet you're really handsome fellas, too.
No, I doubt that.
Keep it in your pants, Jan.
I got a voice for radio. A face for radio, I guess it is.
Jan goes on to say, although saying things like Stairway to Heaven isn't in Zeppelin's top 50 songs, that was just plain stupid. I hope you guys do some more
Come
shows.
on, Jan. I'm gonna fucking snap.
Best of luck, Jan in Calgary.
All right. Well,
She likes her barbecuing tips.
we're going to cave her head in when this episode appears out of nowhere. That's going to be unbelievable. You should do another episode. You know what? We're here to please the people.
That's right, Jan. Thank you.
Thanks. Right? That's
Picks and Sticks is now a cooking show.
it is. It should be.
Should be.
It's funny. We used to talk a lot of cooking, and then we kind of stopped. But Mauro's got pasta sauce and meatballs just percolating upstairs.
Got game.
Oh yeah,
Mauro knows what he's doing in the kitchen.
that's punk rock. It's cheap.
Yeah.
Ground beef, ground pork.
Ramen noodles.
some noodles.
Cheapen it.
Ramen.
with the
Mr. Noodle.
Mr. Noodles.
Go to
with,
Costco. Get a crate for $14.
Yeah. Well.
All
there you
right.
go.
Well, that was just a brilliant segment, Gord. Well done.
Thanks, sir.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I know that. What else we got going on? Cecil, I'm afraid to pass this over to Cecil because he comes up with some shit that is going to stump people. Are you doing trivia?
Are you do some punk rock trivia? Get her going?
Why not?
Yeah, we are.
This is going to be an embarrassment. This is always bad when you set it off and then we show you how little we know about punk rock and then we start talking about punk rock.
These are softball questions. Fixing that shit. Well, let me just pull it up. Let's start with an easy one.
This is going to be hard, isn't it?
No, the first one.
Give me a softball.
Yeah, lob one in there, man. Don't bring the heat.
Jello Biafra is the frontman for which punk rock band?
Dead Kennedys.
Okay. Otherwise known as, see, it's a lob. It's a softball to get you warmed up.
Otherwise known like another name for DK.
Real name, Eric Boucher. I didn't know he was Canadian.
Is he?
What?
French Canadian. No, just kidding. Boucher.
What?
Mouth on that guy.
No, just
French jokes.
nice. Okay, softball, get you warmed up.
Okay.
Okay.
Bud.
All right.
Okay.
Let's get into this real nitty gritty. All right, let's go. Most of these are old. Don't know a lot. New punk rock.
Oh, no, I'm going to get fucked. I only know new punk rock.
Which band did Johnny Rotten
Sex Pistols.
form after leaving the Sex Pistols?
Oh,
PIL.
yeah, it was. Public Image
Image.
Limited.
How the fuck did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to listen to some Pill. Remember that?
Yeah,
How
dude.
the hell?
We used to listen to
Johnny
Pill.
I never heard of that. This
Oh.
is news to me this week, and they are terrible.
Yeah, they weren't so good.
Oh, God.
Kind of like actually pill beer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That. Yeah, exactly.
I can't believe you got that.
Yeah.
That's
Well done,
amazing.
Gordo.
Thanks, man.
No shit. Never heard of that.
Gord's locked in.
That's right.
All right. So we got about 10 or 11, so, we have a limit.
Okay, I got a feeling I'm going to get none.
Which club in New York City was
CBGB's.
best- Oh, my God.
Yeah!
Dude,
Whiskey A Go-Go, CBGB's, Bookies Club 870, or Geno's? It's Huffman's right. CBGB's.
I was going to wear the sweatshirt.
Fuck, man. You guys are good. Fuck, man. Okay. What is the name of the punk dance that resembles running and stumbling at the same time?
Oh, is there a name for that?
There is.
Is it the Running Man?
Multiple choice. We got breakcore, pogo, slam,
Slam.
or skanking.
Slam. No. That's not slam. No, slam dance is different.
I thought it was slam
is
dancing.
it skanking?
Skanking.
Really?
I did not know that.
Wow.
Running around, bouncing.
You used to go skanking at Coconut Joe's from time to time. It's a little bit different.
That was after Bandito.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
What? Those.
Nope.
There's the King's Head.
No.
There was Coconut Joe's.
Are you talking about on
There was,
11th?
Yeah.
No. Oh, yeah.
Three cheers.
Three cheers.
Fox and Firkin, Electric Avenue Bar.
Yeah. There was
City
Bandito.
fucking limits. Yeah.
City Limits. That was the rock and roll bar on the corner, right?
On the
On the
corner.
other side.
The keg,
On the
there was
corner.
still a keg on the other side there too. Besides.
Yeah, there
Fox and
was the
Firkin.
keg.
Isn't there a daycare in Coconut Grove?
There is, yeah.
No, it's a completely different place.
City Limits.
It's still a
There's no
daycare.
Electric Ave.
No, but it's a daycare now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you can drive by, like where the patio is, and you go, "Oh, that kid is standing right where I threw up."
Or, yeah.
Patooch took me to City Limits one time, and he found these two chicks, and he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna wheel those two chicks. Just I'll go in." And then, so I go up to the bar, and I was like, "Okay, what's the story?" He's like, "Yeah, we're we're lacrosse players." I'm like, "Really? Fucking lacrosse players? That's what you picked?"
Pick the one thing I know nothing about.
Like, what about Air Force pilots You
I'm an
know,
architect.
we play in the AHL. I don't know.
No.
Lacrosse.
Yeah. I make
Yeah.
20 grand a year.
Guess I went home alone that night.
Yeah.
No skanking.
No, you're not skanking with the lacrosse. You could now.
Where'd you come up with that?
Couldn't do that in the 90s.
Huh.
Poor execution. All right,
It's
Cecil.
so fucking weird and random. All right, another softball. Which style of punk was developed by the Misfits? Folk punk, emo,
Horror.
hardcore punk. It's horror. I never heard the term horror punk.
Yeah, and there's some other, like, there's some, I don't know if they're newer bands, but like there's actually like the subgenres. If you actually, I googled the subgenres because I was going to bring like in the list. The list was absurd.
So
there
how
was,
would you define that genre? Like an angry, like they're all kind of.
well, it's funny because that
Because it's almost a sarcastic
yeah.
sort of tone.
Well, and what it's turned into with a lot of bands like Creep Show and like Coffin Cat and there's like a whole bunch, and it's basically it's rockabilly punk. So it's very rockabilly like, but it's kind of punk, and like it's, I don't know, it's not Misfits. Misfits I still put in a different category, but what it's kind of morphed into is, I don't know. We should play some later, but if listen to like Creep Show, I'm trying to think who else, like Stellar Corpses. They do some good stuff.
I did not know this.
I think I
was
did
a genre.
I think I had a Stellar Corpses song on one of the Halloween episodes.
The
Anyway,
Misfits invented it.
100%. Yeah, Joey only.
Yeah.
You looked insane. Jerry only. Joey. See. Fuck, I'm locked in.
I got something to say.
Voice.
You're on fire, dude.
Dude, I'm so
You're on
stupid.
fucking fire.
All right, Cecil, sorry, I'm ruining your segment.
Hell no, this is awesome. What Canadian 70s punk band featured Joe Keithley reunited in 2002, then again in 2014?
DOA?
Yep.
Good call.
Jesus, Huffman.
I don't know anything about
I
punk.
swear to God.
What's his
Ronnie
name?
Mac-
Joey Shithead?
Joey Chestnut?
The drummer. What's his name? He was in Danzig's band after, wasn't he?
Oh, well, Chuck Biscuits was in there for...
Biscuits.
Yeah,
Chuck Biscuits.
Yeah,
I fucking love Chuck
yeah,
Biscuits.
Chuck
Robin
Biscuits was
Williams.
in there
He's
for a while.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Chuck. Fucking
That's a
good.
great rock and roll name.
Yeah.
Saw him fight a guy at Mac Hall. Weren't you at that show?
No way.
Did you get it?
At the Social D show.
Really?
Yeah, somebody was spitting on stage or something, and Mike Ness got pissed off, and then Chuck Biscuits went in and clocked the guy right in the face. It was awesome.
Remember that?
That's
Probably
fucking
more.
awesome.
Yeah, it was so punk rock. I was like, this is what we're talking about.
That's awesome.
And then they went up and played like When the Angels Sing. Anyway,
All right, next. Which punk band is famous for their punk covers of mainstream hits?
Me First and the Gimme Gimmes.
Oh, Huffman.
Holy shit.
How many times have I said that tonight?
Dude, you had access to this list.
Dude, I listened to a shitload of punk rock, and I listened to a lot of Me First and the Gimme Gimmes.
Good band. Great tunes.
Dude, I love Me First. So good.
All right.
Wow.
Some good.
All right. Here's an easy one. From 1995 to 2019, this traveling music festival put punk in the spotlight in the United States and Canada.
Vans Warped Tour?
Yep.
Good cello.
Yep. Huffman.
Fuck you for hoping.
Dude, I'm just mopping the floor with you tonight.
Okay.
I thought I was going to get none.
I got three more then.
All right.
These are all about who's playing and what band where.
Oh, no.
Let's go back to the Me First and Gimme Gimmes.
Mm-hmm.
Consists of Fat Mike of No Effects on bass, Joey Cape of Lagwagon, and Chris Shiflett of Foo Fighters on guitar, and Dave Ron of Lagwagon on drums. But what is singer Spike Slausson's actual band?
No use for a name?
Strung Out, Screeching Weasel, Sick of It All, or the Swingin Utters?
Fuck, I think it's
sick of it all.
I do too.
It's the Swingin Utters.
It is.
Never knew that.
Wow. Dude, did Ducci score that? Did you get that?
Yeah, it's just.
That'll be.
No, it's luck.
Whatever, man.
That's some rookie luck there.
I'll love it.
Good swing.
Thanks, man. We broke Kaufman's streak. That's all that matters.
All right, last two. Keith Morris, singer of Black Flag, left and formed this band with Greg Hetson, the guitarist of Bad Religion. What band was it? So Keith Morris left Black Flag for this band with Greg Hetson. Hetson became the guitarist for Bad Religion.
It had to be Black Religion. Am I wrong?
Black religion.
Religious flag.
Religion flag.
No idea.
Can we get a multiple choice? Not that it's gonna help.
The Buzzcocks, Descendants, No Use for a Name, or the Circle Jerks.
Descendants.
That's what I would say, Descendants, but I don't know.
It is the Circle Jerks.
The Circle Jerks.
I don't know anything about the Circle Jerks.
That's a tremendous punk name. What a great punk name.
Totally. You guys ever had a Circle Jerk?
Oh, come on.
No, I mean,
Nothing about it, so.
A couple more beers, anything's possible.
There's enough of us.
Last
There are
question,
kind of a
last
bunch of
trivia.
You can't form a circle with
it's more
four
of like-
guys, but with five you could.
Yeah,
It's more of a circle pentagram, isn't
yeah. We usually do a square jerk, but now we got an extra guy. We can actually make a circle. Anyway, proceed.
Oh, we should end it there, but there's one more.
Okay.
Why not? What band were Tim Armstrong and bassist Matt Freeman of
Rancid?
Rancid in prior to Rancid?
Operation Ivy?
Huff fucking nailed it.
What the fuck, dude?
Great band. Great band.
Yeah.
Seriously, Hoffman, that's just very impressive. Very impressive.
Well, I got a lot of spare time.
That was brilliant.
Well done, Cecil. I freaking love the trivia.
I bet you do.
I really.
Dude, I'm humbled in your punk
I
presence.
am too. Jeez, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
Well, you think you guys would listen to me more often, but I'm actually pretty stupid.
Oh, I hear ya. We're just not always listening.
Yeah. Well, that was tremendous.
Oh, that was awesome.
What else do we have? We can get back to that. I don't know. Mauro, what we're just going around the table now. Did you have something going on? This is how well prepared we were. It took 2 years to do another episode, and we didn't even talk about it. Now we're just like, fuck, I don't know what we're doing.
Oh, come on. I'm sure you
Mauro
guys-
has a blank
I'm
look
sure
on
you
his
guys put
face.
in a couple
I
minutes
don't know if
before
it's
the-
appropriate, but
Were you just in charge of pasta?
I have a question for
Okay.
you guys. Have you ever like greased the toilet bowl? And then
I don't.
like I was at work
Is that
the other
code?
day.
Is that code for something?
I was at work
Grease
the, other
the
day.
toilet bowl.
I took a dump, and it like there was no like toilet brush, and I didn't know what to do.
I can speak on this. Okay.
I was like, "What do you
Listen.
do?
I can speak.
I do.
What do you do?"
I work in new home construction. Everything's low flow toilets. So I go into a show home, which is this is the toilet people are buying. I fucking low
Fill it to
flow.
the brim.
No, man, you flush and there's stains all the time. You can't leave a fucking shit stain in a show home.
That's exactly what I'm talking
So I have
about.
to time it. I grab a handful of TP and I gotta flush, wait for the water to drop. Give it a quick wipe, and drop it in before I
wipe
get
the
my hand.
bowl?
You gotta wipe the bowl. I do this all the time. It's a weekly fucking problem. Yes, I grease the bowl.
So, I didn't know that was the term. I didn't.
I live in an older
After
house
all
with
that
high
effort,
flow.
It might be worth just going in the porta potty.
What happened? What happened to the toilets they used to sell? And they're like, oh, you can throw like 8 billiard balls down there.
Because they use like 40 gallons of water every time.
See,
you
my
Yeah,
toilet.
now-
I
now
got an
they
old
do
toilet.
nothing.
Fucking.
Yeah, I want a fucking tsunami.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
Clean
not how
that
it works.
thing out.
It's not how it works anymore.
Oh, no, that dual flush thing's fucked.
You flush 4 times, you're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
No, I think you waste more water.
I think Jan's going to be disappointed with the poop talk instead of the barbecue.
I agree.
This is the punk rock show. What are you going to do?
Well, you know what? If she gets here in the next 3 hours, she can have some pasta. Maybe 4
Oh,
hours.
and I had one more thing.
Oh, yeah. Good.
There's a follow.
Well, because we wanted to, we do this fucking podcast and
Do we?
fun. Well, we haven't for a while.
We've been known to.
But the demonetization thing and the copyright shit where you can't play songs on a podcast to me is ridiculous. And I don't understand why. And it's kind of a WTF for me because bands that don't have any exposure could get more exposure. And I understand that people could possibly listen to the song for free, but those days are gone. Like,
I agree, because most people have a music subscription. So let's say we played 20 seconds of whatever, an Operation Ivy song.
yeah.
It's not like if we just mention, hey, this song from Operation Ivy, and someone goes, oh, I might go and check that out. Or we put it onto a playlist that we do, because we do have playlists, and you play it from there. What's the difference? Right? Like, it's that licensing thing, but they don't see, like, you're not going to get a nickel from us anyway. All of our listeners are going to have Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube Music, like whatever. So, I'm with you. I don't get it. I thought you were going to say, hey, good news, guys. It's wide open. But no, it's like Napster. People get bent out of shape because you play more right? You play more than 5 seconds of a song, and it's like, oh, you owe us 11 cents or whatever. Like, fuck off.
So it should be, but Spotify has their podcast publishing software or whatever it is.
Yeah.
The hosting service. You can do your podcast and play the songs,
Mm-hmm.
and they're licensed and they've paid for the licensing. The problem is, can't play it anywhere else.
So you can only be on
You
Spotify.
can only be on Spotify.
Now, does Spotify charge for that? Like if we wanted to do that, like, do they charge us? Like, so we have to pay for licensing? Because that was the big thing.
No.
It's like 20 grand for
No.
licensing or
No,
something.
No.
So you can do that, but then you can only be on Spotify.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what happens if Jan is a Apple Music person? Then she's fucked.
Well, you'd have to record the podcast this way. You'd have to record it without the songs, so you'd have to be smart enough to do it.
We're not.
So you
okay.
can put it on Apple and you can put it everywhere.
Uh-huh.
And then on Spotify, you can play the songs in between.
That sounds like a pain in the ass.
Yeah, anyway.
It
was
really-
it was bugging me.
It really does. I know. Should we get into the list?
Do it.
Or
That list.
or do you want to do your little project there?
I don't know if this is a great idea anymore. We can. I guess we can edit it out.
No,
There's
we're
no
not
editing
doing
out.
any post production.
What?
We had to let everybody
Edit what
go.
else?
The entire staff is gone.
That's right. We have no production.
We can't.
This is live to air.
The research team.
I'll go on fucking strike.
All right.
There's no editing.
Well, I did bring some lyrics by Mr. Johnny Rotten from 1977 that I thought we could do
Can't
a
go wrong.
literary deep
What,
dive.
what could possibly go wrong?
Well, you know what? This song was very controversial. The song
How
is
did you know
Bodies.
Public Image? Sorry.
The song is Bodies from their debut and only album, and he's got a lot to say on this album. This particular song managed to ruffle some feathers in England when it was released. And I'll just give you the intro, and I'll there's a few verses that we're not going to go over because we can't read those to this day. But here we go. She was a girl from Birmingham. She just had an abortion. She was a case of insanity. Her name was Pauline. She lived in a tree. Johnny continues.
I've never thought of. Is that she lived in a tree? That's. I don't know what I would have to hear the song because obviously, I mean, I sing what I hear, but I certainly didn't hear that.
Maybe you remember this part. Fuck this and fuck that.
Yes.
Fuck it all the fuck up. A fucking brat. She don't want a baby that looks like that. I don't want a baby that looks like that.
Bodies.
I'm not an
I'm
animal.
not an animal.
That's a young Johnny Rotten.
It
Before
is.
Phil.
Progressive 1977 doing an abortion song. Anyway, I'm not going to thank you for that at all.
I'm gonna thank myself.
I really wish we did have some sort of post-production.
Let's hit the list.
Do you have a fucking stinger for the list or anything?
I got like. Well, hold
Never mind.
Let's see.
I shouldn't have asked.
Wait,
That was
let's see.
stupid.
I only have stock sounds because
Because we can't afford the licensing.
we had pre-production issues.
Let's just go with California, Uber Alice, California.
If you're gonna do a punk rock thing, you got to do the Bad Religion punk rock song.
See, there it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I got nothing good.
You got nothing? This
Nothing
is
good.
just a punk rock list.
Like this is.
Oh, but we have
That's
that.
embarrassing.
Oh, that's the horror. That's horror punk. That's horror punk. You just throw some fucking guitar in the back.
Oh, here we go. Crickets. That's a good.
That's
one.
appropriate.
It's a weird sounding crickets.
Yeah.
Big ass crickets, man.
Don't stop.
I was gonna say, how long is that bed? It's like a 15-second cricket bed.
Garbage.
We've got, well, I don't know. We've got songs, and you've got other people's songs. I don't know if we really need to get into the nitty gritty. And
No, not at all.
we don't need to talk about every song because I think that'll get a little bit arduous. Is that a word?
Yeah.
But I guess it's an interesting list to me because there is a lot of old shit, some new shit, and a couple of tunes I've never really listened to or really knew that well. What was everyone's process? Gord, what was your process?
Well, my process was first figure out what was punk and what's not. I mean, I have a couple on here that are maybe controversial. I have
Only one.
just the one. Which one was it for you?
Suicidal.
Yeah, suicidal tendencies.
That's punk. Are you kidding me?
Well, I thought so, but
Institutionalized?
So can I just ask what the actual premise is? Is it your top punk rock songs, or is there a certain way you're picking?
There were no parameters on it. So you could interpret it any way you want. So, and that's why I asked the
So,
question.
I'm just looking at some of these, like for me, like I mean, I understand.
These
some
aren't
of
the
bands.
songs, I don't think. These aren't
But-
the songs, right?
Oh, okay, so I'm
Yeah.
just looking at the wrong list here. But,
These are the songs.
Those aren't the songs.
That's the list.
That's the list.
that is the list.
oh yeah, but I mean, I see some of the bands. Like I mean,
Oh,
they certainly wouldn't be the number one choice for me for some of these bands. But I mean, I agree with the premise of it. I just don't understand what the parameters. But again, you said they weren't any.
we left it wide open rather than because, and that's why maybe we'll go around the table. I mean, like I guess now that you know what, Gord, you finish your thought because we kind of
I
started
wanted
with you.
to. I approached it like my 5 favorite punk bands, and then I just tried to pick a good song from each of them. So, Institutionalized by Suicidal Tendencies. I love that song when it came out. It was early 80s. I was pretty young, but
Yeah,
that's
83.
where Mike Mears talking. All I wanted was a Pepsi, and she wouldn't give it to me. Just one Pepsi. I absolutely love that video,
Yep.
and
Coke's better.
I love the band. Green Day for me. I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are. I'm kind of pop punk. I know no one's got Blink 182 on their list, which is kind of I don't like that.
Some
Rock
41
Show.
either,
I had
right?
Rock Shows is on the
Some
short list. I
41
love
might
that song.
fit that list somewhere too. Maybe.
Fell in love with the girl with the rock.
Great tune.
Well, I like that song.
And then,
Which is
Yeah, yeah.
funny because I remember you say you don't like any bands with numbers in it.
I softened on Blink 182. I'm not a big Sum
We found a
41
loophole.
fan.
Dude, the Sum show I saw this year was fucking awesome.
I like some
It was
41.
so good.
Yep. Yep.
yeah, they're great band. I had Billy Talent on the list at one point, but they're just a little too.
I saw them on a punk list. I saw them as, and that is, again, there's so many subgenres, right? There's pop punk, there's hardcore punk, there's so many different pieces to it. But anyway, so the way you went about it, Gort, was you took your favorite, just your favorite bands,
Yep.
top 5 if you want to call it
Picked a
punk
cool
bands,
song you like from them.
and then picked a song.
Yep.
What did you do, Cecil?
Dude, it was like boom, 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 boom. I had a list 10 songs deep, cut it down to 5 within minutes.
Really?
Dude, that's efficient.
Wow.
But what I did
That's gonna
was
be hard to do.
So is it bands or you just pick, or is yours more song
I
based?
thought of each band I like, pick my favorite tune from that one band.
Yeah, okay.
A couple had 2. Smalls were on there with a couple songs. Dead Kennedys had a couple songs. But
I was
it just popped out to me.
surprised.
It was so easy.
My biggest surprise with your list was that there was no Dead Kennedys. Only because
Oh yeah.
every time I hear Dead Kennedys, I think of you.
Yeah, the short list. If I had 10 songs, they had 2 songs on there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We almost got arrested to the Dead Kennedys. That's why I always remember that.
Was that what we're listening when you swallowed your roaches?
Yeah.
That's fucking
Yeah. So Mauro, how'd you come up with your list?
Jump in the car. What are you going to put on? Had nothing to do with band.
That's a good idea.
Or anything.
All right. You just picked.
Songs I've listened to over and over
Okay.
that I liked.
So that yours is like you've got these
Except
5.
the Dead Kennedys one, to be honest.
Over Alice, California. How did you come up with that one then? I'm glad you put it on there because I'm going to be singing it for the next 3 months.
I don't know what happened.
Okay.
It clicked. I was listening. I'm like, I like these tunes. Because Police Truck would have been the one.
Yeah, Police Truck's good.
Yeah, it would have been the one. It was the one. It was on the list. And
Okay.
then I was like, I don't know, man. Today, I'd rather listen to that one. So that's how it happened. It's whatever I listen to the most.
Okay. That's sort of what I did as well. Was I did bands that I listened to the most. Part of it was I just went with Spotify. You get your year-end wrap, and I just looked at I think 3 of my top 5 bands were punk bands. So that was 3 anyway. But then I took out a couple of bands that were already on the list, like Pennywise, which might be my favorite punk band. C's had a Pennywise tune, so I took Pennywise off. Same with Bad Religion. I took the Bad Religion song off. And I was going to do Face to Face, but then someone else did Face to Face. So I was like, anyway, so I did the same thing. I did not necessarily I wouldn't say my all-time favorite bands. It was like the 5 bands that I listen to the most right now. And then I picked 5 songs. So do we want to read the list? Do we want to just pick a couple of highlights, some lowlights? I already know I'm going to get fucking drilled by Gord.
Oh, dude.
You wish.
Oh, dude.
Is that before or after the circle jerk?
Well, probably before.
Hexa jerk.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Maybe we should start with some highlights of other
I want to
people's
address something
Yeah.
because I know it'll probably come up. The Butthole Surfers tune. And the whole thing about institutionalized, is it punk, is it not? To me, it's 100% punk. 100%. The Butthole Surfers, who was in my room last night, what do you guys think? Is it punk or is it not?
Which song?
Who was in my room last night by the Butthole Surfers off an album called Independent Worm Saloon.
Well, we could play it. Not the tune, but snippet.
I don't... Well, you can't... If you start from the beginning, you got about 40 seconds of nothing. That's the thing that drives me crazy about that.
Let's give it a sec.
I'm flying. You get that for 40 seconds. But the song is incredible.
It's a great tune.
So, okay, is this not like White Zombie?
So we have a problem because they were a punk band when they started.
Butthole Surfers were?
Yeah.
I don't know much about the band other than I love this song.
And then, of course, they do the
Little Ministry.
The Little Ministry.
Jesus
Right.
built my hot rod.
And so there's like the White Zombie.
Don't know White Zombie. Though.
Like I feel like it's what was that what was that song? It starts out. It's almost the same riff. It's almost the same riff. Anyway,
But his vocal style
is
distorted.
like Jorge.
But if you listen to the singing, it's total punk singing.
You know what that song you're doing is you were talking about the body count.
Oh yeah, that is a little body count.
I think that riff is in every is on every album we've ever owned.
Favorite riffs.
Yeah.
Right,
So, but I want to address it because what is punk and what's not? And they were a punk band. They did this tune that it was 1993 that it released.
That was you know what's funny is that was the only album I didn't check a year on for whatever reason.
Yeah, it was 1993.
Okay.
That's why we're so confident because you didn't check it.
John Paul Jones produced that album.
Really?
Yeah. And there is some punk songs on it, and there's some. It's like
It's a good
I
record.
would call it maybe. This is how I would defend it. It's psychedelic, sort of psychedelic punk, like.
Which is fine. It's a subgenre. There's like 30 of them.
Yeah, and then
I would allow it.
You look at someone like the Boss Tones, who have like 18 people and trumpets and shit, and they're a punk rock band.
There's ska punk, like Streetlight Manifesto. Like there's so many Voodoo Glow Skulls, fucking right, like all in that ska punk shit.
Who?
Right?
What? Yeah,
What? What?
I just wanted to address it because I thought I would get challenged that it was a punk tune,
Was that not the name? That was.
and I'm shocked that Gordo got challenged on institutionalized. To be honest,
I think again, it's it's hardcore punk, I guess, in a way. The early stuff, I think they morphed into metal, but then some of it is, and I'm not talking about like Infectious Grooves, but actual like Suicidal Tendencies. There's like some. Is there a such thing as a like funk punk? Because they got a little bit of funk into what they were doing as well.
Did you hear the new tune, Adrenaline Addict?
No, is it bad?
I don't know.
Well,
Bass
could
is
you-
ridiculous.
Really?
In that genre you're describing, though,
Brand spanking new.
could you not put like Rage Against the Machine?
I don't know. See, and that's right, and that's a great. That I would put them more hip hop than punk.
But if you get into that subgenre you're describing, with
It
the
does
layer of the
bleed,
funk.
right?
You can make a case.
Yeah, it does. And that, I mean,
So they're a little less on the guitar heavy, like 3-chord riffs kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're a little more on the sort of the bass heavy drum beat, but at the same time, it's the same sort of message and anger
Yep.
in a certain way.
that's an attitude, not
Attitude.
For hardcore punk, right? And then there's like, and I know Gord doesn't like the band, but I know my man Cecil likes Goldfinger. They're California ska punk, and they have a wide range of songs that some are heavy, some are
They
not.
got such
like
a variety. Every time Huffman's playing, I'm like, who's this?
fuck. There's
Like
like
I said before to you, like 99 Red Balloons is fucking awesome.
it's awesome.
So good.
They have a lot of really, really great tunes, but I can understand why, depending on which song you listen to, they can lean a little pop punk. They can be more like, they can be heavier. Some of their stuff is like metal. Like they do the cover of Rio, the Duran Duran song Rio.
Yeah.
They do it ska punk, and then towards the end it's full on metal, and they start talking about Ronnie James Dio. It's brilliant. It's a great tune. But
Back
anyways,
to our gold member story. What happened? We broke down. The van broke down. Couldn't see him at the Republic.
Cold member.
gold member, Goldfinger.
Gold member.
member.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we went to see Gold member at the Republic.
And we caught the
They had a
encore.
special
We caught,
showing
we
that
caught
night?
the encore, and the trumpet player gave us free tickets to or put us on the guest list for the Edmonton show the next day.
Again, that would, so you like, again, you talk about like old school, the way the world used to operate and the part that we hold dear to our hearts, right? That people don't understand. So you go and you see a show at the Republic. Due to some mechanical failures and some just complete mismanagement of time, we don't get to the gig until I think might have been the song before the encore. We might have caught 2 songs before the encore. In any event, it was well at the end of the show. Show ends. We're bummed out because it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And we were listening to a shitload of Goldfinger at that time. So you go, you walk outside and then you go onto the sidewalk on the front street. And the way that the band comes out, the door, the quote unquote stage back door, spills onto the front street. And that's where their van was parked. So the horn section comes out. And I just went up to him like, hey, man, have you guys played Edmonton yet? He's like, oh, no, we play Edmonton. Was it the next day or 2 days after?
I remember the conversation. We said, you guys are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But we fucking missed it. We had this
Yeah, we
happen
gave
to
him
us.
the fucking sob
And
story.
he goes, where's Edmonton? How far is Edmonton from here?
We're like 3 hours north.
He's like, we'll put you on the guest list.
Yeah, he said, he's like, you would drive 3 hours to come and see us. We said, yeah, I'll put you on the guest list.
No way.
So then, like, we have no idea. He's the fucking trumpet player. We have, he's not like,
He blows, man.
he's not, right? Well, he's not John Feldman. He's not the front man. He's like, he's, so you take him at his word. And we go, whatever it was the next day, or if it was the day after, I can't remember what it was.
This guy is
And we go, drive to Edmonton, show up at the gig, and it was upstairs, remember? So you go upstairs, and then there's and there it was
like
it was some little club, and
it was small.
and it was awesome because when the show was on and people are bouncing, you could feel the floor moving. And we're like we might all die tonight. It was great. It was such a good punk rock show. It was so good. But when you get there, you go up to the top and they had a table that was basically, it was like the size of a nightstand. Some chick sitting behind there with the guest list. And I go up there, yeah, I'm on the list. She goes, what's your name? I go, Greg. She goes, yeah, I got you for 2. And we brought your girlfriend. So
Stupid me. What a fucking
brought the girlfriend.
Who was that?
And
beats me.
and of course it wasn't like, oh, it's sold out or whatever. They're like, oh, okay. And they just made her pay for the ticket. Whatever it was like $20 to get in. And then we went to the show. I was like,
How was the show?
fucking awesome.
good,
It was
yeah.
so good, man.
Rio was the best.
So how was it giving that trumpet player a handy?
Fuck. It's such an odd thing that would never happen. Now it's like, well, can you send me an email? I need a confirmation. I need a ticket and I put it in my wallet. No, we drove 300 kilometers. Not even like we could have showed up and they're like, I don't have you on the list. I'd be like, but the trumpet player said, like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
But no, it was
I don't know.
Yeah,
he hooked us up.
He's fucking solid.
Nice.
It was spectacular. So anyway, that's the Goldfinger story. So you don't like Goldfinger?
You know what? I don't mind Goldfinger at all, but I don't like the song you picked. I don't like that one at all. I don't think it was a good representation of him either. Why'd you pick it?
I like the song you canceled.
Hand jobs for Jesus?
Yeah, man. The little Iron,
Did you cancel that?
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's three
You know what
songs
happened?
in one.
I should have.
You know what happened?
I overthought it and I got cute.
You got too cute.
I got
That's
cute
the
with it.
Iron Maiden gallop.
Iron
Yeah,
Maiden Gallop.
I
Who's the
apologize.
chick?
I don't know.
There's a chick on that song.
Yeah. I don't know. She's got a great voice. So anyway, you know what? I might change it back to Hand Jobs for Jesus.
I think that's the right move.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to Hand Jobs for Jesus, and then I'll get a full
And for the record, you picked
Counting the Days.
Counting the Days. Yeah. Yeah.
Still a good
Dude,
tune.
when that thing's live, and the oh, dude,
And the floor's about to give
the
way.
floor's gonna give way, and we're gonna be on the front page of the Calgary Herald or Edmonton Journal, I guess in that case. Anyway, no, that would have been good. What else?
Do you want to talk about some highlights on the list?
Yeah, give me some highlights, Gordo.
Mauro picked, I think would be my favorite punk song.
Oh, sorry, hang on a second.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, can you grab me a beer before you go?
Mauro picked Face
Oh,
to
he's going
Face.
for a butt.
I
Yeah.
won't
He's
lie
not
down.
back for a while.
Sorry, I'm not listening to you. I'm focused on.
You know what? And that's fine. I get it.
Brandon's
Just
getting
give
a
me-
beer run.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm on the right-hand side. I think I'm on the third shelf. PBRs. Don't give me none of that fucking non-alcoholic shit. Yeah, dude. Thanks, brother. Appreciate.
There you go.
All right, go ahead, Gordo.
Oh, Face to Face. I won't lie down.
Awesome.
Mauro's the guy that actually introduced me to that band, so I got to give him some love for that.
I prefer it doggy style, but
I wore the concert shirt today.
Oh, you
there you go.
did.
I brought the vintage.
That looks incredible. Just so for those of you that can't see, which is everyone, we've got a face-to-face vintage shirt with some big Yahoo holding some little kid, and I think he's about to beat him.
Oh yeah,
And you know he's probably got it coming.
fucking right he does.
What's the back?
The tour,
Oh, summer '96. What a good year, bud.
the '96 tour shirt. Still have it. It's the only one I kept. Love Face to Face. I've seen them probably 5 times. Usually with Mike Bradley. Shout out to Mike Bradley in Toronto.
Dude, that is tremendous. 5 times.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What about for you? You guys, any highlights off of anyone else's list that you're like, shit, that's a great pick?
I like that song Drive. I've never heard of Off of Their Heads.
Yeah, that's a good tune.
I hadn't either.
I
It's
like
like a
Off
blues.
Their
It's like a
Heads.
punk blues song. The
Yeah.
lyrics are kind of bluesy.
Good.
Yeah, I'd never heard a band like that. That was punk blues. New genre.
If just
Just
breaking
pile it
down
up.
barriers. Yeah, just add another one. They're an interesting band. He has, and if you're a lyrics person and you listen to a lot of their music, like he's a troubled man, and he's gone through some shit, and he's and I don't know. Everyone kind of goes through the things. I find a little bit of almost therapy sometimes in their music, but then there's a fine line. If you listen to too much of it, it'll depress you.
Yeah.
So
If you're listening to punk for therapy, but
it's you know what, it's just one of the, but I mean that's what music is in a lot of cases, right? It's like it's for the soul.
Punk's the best to get shit done.
Yeah.
totally.
Oh, Gord, you must get a shitload of housework done.
I get so much done.
Right?
I wanted to just highlight one more before I forget.
give it to me.
Carlin picked my favorite Ramones song, Pinhead, which, everyone else has their other hits. I think that's their best song.
It's so
Love that
catchy,
tune.
yeah.
Yeah. Undervalued for sure.
Unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
I don't like the Ramones.
No?
No, I don't. I don't.
Can you appreciate that? Like, they were like kind of one of the first doing that style of music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never owned one Ramones.
I've never heard
CD
anyone say that.
or tape. It's not because I don't like them. It's because I hear them everywhere.
That's fair.
I think they have some wicked tunes, though.
I don't. I have yet to hear a Ramones song that I go, I really like that song.
Like Blitzkrieg Bop. I got no time for that.
That's
at all.
terrible.
I don't like
It's just,
that.
it's poppy. It's pop punk.
It's
Poppy.
definitely pop.
It's like if Buddy Holly was frozen and then unfrozen and he decided to make like faster music. It's 50s punk rock, and I can't get past it. I don't like the voice. I don't know. I'm probably the only guy on the planet that doesn't like the Ramones, and I get that.
I agree.
I
I
just-
heard anyone say it.
I had 2 Marky Ramone tunes that would have made my list.
Marky Ramone.
Oh man,
He had a promising career.
His
after-
album was fucking awesome.
Really?
Huh. I didn't know that. I have to check that out. Good call. Good
The
call.
tune for me off of Cecil's list is "Perfect People." That album, About Time, because I had originally
Your song was and mine were back to back.
yeah.
Should have left it.
But
that-
Pennywise. Yeah.
Oh, dude, Pennywise, spectacular, spectacular band, and I was lucky enough to see them last year because I'd never seen them, and they're like,
You saw them last year?
yeah, they got
No way.
with what's that? Again, it's the band that I don't care for. They're from Boston. They're like kind of
Dropkick Murphys?
Yeah, Dropkick Murphys, and they were pretty good. So that
I don't like those guys.
so
Terrible.
yeah, I don't like them. So that would be, if I could pick one off of Cecil's list, I would go with the Pennywise tune. If I go off of Gord's list, I go with the Fugazi Waiting Room. I mean, I
That
don't.
song rules.
It does
That's
rule.
such a good
It,
song.
for me, that might be the best punk rock song ever written. I really like that song.
It was on my list. I just
Yeah, that would.
probably
That,
number 6.
Those guys might be the most punk rock, like just. I know it's all about not selling out, anti-establishment. They literally don't give a shit.
They don't
about
sound very
success.
punky. Like Fugazi's got a little funk to it or something.
funk
I don't know,
to it.
I
They're
don't know what
just
it is.
different.
But it's
They're
like
just
it's
different.
not like your regular punk rock. Like we're just busting power chords out. Like they're way different than Minor Threat.
and really great bass riffs. And I don't always lean that way, but I'm not a bass player, and it's weird to, like, bass doesn't get respect that it should.
Oh, like
And-
Rancid.
Oh, dude, that Maxwell Murder song that I put on my list, the fucking bass in
Oh, yeah,
that,
that's good.
It's a clinic.
it's an absolute clinic. And that's why I love that band, not just for that reason, but it's one of those reasons because the music is so intricate. Like it's right, punk rock, it's right, couple of chords, you just like, but
Yeah.
I don't know. And Rancid, I mean, it was interesting. Maybe we talk about some of the quote unquote popular punk bands that didn't make it, you know, like the Clash and bands like that. Like for me, I still,
No thanks.
I like the Clash. Like if someone played London Calling right now, I'm not tired of that song. I like the song, but I do find as we get older, the same reason why I don't listen to a lot of Zeppelin anymore. I don't listen to a lot of older music. You get to a point where it's like some of this music's like fucking 50 years old now. It's classic.
You're like the Ramones' 40th anniversary.
Yeah. Right? So that's why I listen to Rise Against, and I listen to Pears, and I listen to Off With Their Heads, and you know, the Chats, and what was the Interrupters, and like shit like that. I tend to do that a little bit more.
And one thing I like about punk in general, I was at a busy week. I was a little behind in listening to all these songs, and I was a little concerned, quite frankly. And I made it through 8 songs on my way home in 17 minutes.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it.
That's like one Pink Floyd song.
I am so fucking done with long songs.
This playlist is going to be like 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Also, from a drumming standpoint, I forgot how in love punk bands are with the stick clap intro. Click, 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 click.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
A lot of stick taps.
We got to count them in because everyone starts at the same time.
Right? Because they don't have the budget.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say the highlight of, just to finish my thought, highlight of Mauro's was the Butthole Surfers song.
That's hilarious.
I forgot about that song. And
I've never heard it before. But
whether it's punk or not, I like the song. I would say if you would have been on the bubble on a band and you picked a shitty song, I would have ripped you apart. Said this is bullshit. That's not a punk song. So that might not be a punk song, but because I like it, I'm going to allow it.
I'm glad.
Much appreciated.
Yeah. Anyone else? Any other highlights?
Yeah, it's Session.
Session's good. Who picked that? Oh, Cecil.
Cecil picked Session, and I forgot how good that song is.
I got
The Offspring are, I guess they're popular.
And that's
but-
that's a great like band that they've they cover off 3 subgenres.
Yeah.
They were way more punk on Ignition, like with Session stuff, even Smash. And then you get into some of the older, like as they went on, even what's the one with the blue and white ones? Something of One, Conspiracy of One.
Yeah.
That gets a little poppy, and like it I don't know, like they definitely, and Green Day's the same way. What you hear on Dookie and whatever that album was before that,
the British accent.
Kaboom or whatever it was.
Put my lips in.
Yeah, aren't they from Oakland?
Eyes, take me away to paradise.
So I had Behind Your Walls from the album review we did. Which
Yep.
album was that? Because that's one of my favorite fucking songs right now.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't know if it's punk anymore.
It doesn't matter. Well, I would argue, and I listen to a lot of Rise Against, and they're considered to be a punk band, but I don't, outside of their first couple, 3 albums, again, the early stuff that they sound like they recorded in like somebody's garage and the production's really shitty. And then as it goes on, it's kind of just rock and roll, right? Like, and I love it, but it could be argued that they're not punk rock. And I think a lot of these bands, I think Green Day might be one of the biggest examples of that right now. Right?
Yeah.
There's a big difference in what they're doing. And I'm quite frankly, I was going to ask Gord, I'm surprised that you like Green Day because they're so political. And I know how much you hate political artists.
I have a love-hate with Green Day. I love the album Dookie. I could have
I
picked
didn't know they
probably
were political.
4 songs off that, but then
I didn't either.
they went down a different path I didn't like at all. So
What are they?
I don't like...
How are they political? Sorry, I'm interrupting.
No, that's okay, man.
Well, American Idiot is just it's a big political piece. And then the one that they did after that, 21st Century Breakdown or whatever it's called.
Not into that at all.
Same sort of thing. And then I saw a thing on YouTube or whatever from a concert that they just did, and they changed some of the lyrics of some of their songs to include like JD Vance and guys like that. Like they like so anyway, I just wanted to ask that question because I know Gore-Tex runs at me because I like Neil Young, and he's like, "Fuck that guy," and I'm like, and then
Just like that, too.
and then
I was launching bombs last week.
I know you were. And then his number 1 band on his list is Green Day, and I'm like, what fucking world am I living in right now?
I love that album.
Green Day is fucking awesome.
Oh, sorry,
Right?
Bren.
Yeah.
Go. I had you turned off. Go ahead.
No, I mean Green Day is outstanding. I mean they're. I mean, how can you argue?
Yep.
I mean, like the longevity, the progress of the way they've got a generational songwriter. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Big fan right here.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think
I
their
love
music's amazing.
I love playing Green Day on guitar.
Yeah.
I love singing Green Day. I love listening to Green Day.
Now, do you listen to any of their new stuff, or you still kind of default to the older stuff?
No, ironically, because a lot of times I'm not into the new stuff in a lot of my classic bands. But
Yeah.
that's one that I actually do like 21st Century Breakdown and some of that.
Okay. You know,
I mean, I love the Dookie. I mean, come on.
Dookie's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking to the mic.
I also am a big fan of American Idiot, the album.
I like American Idiot too.
I mean, the album itself is
There you go.
it's almost like a story throughout.
Yep. Yeah, they're not concept albums. So what are they like? What do they call like the
Look at the theme.
Yeah, what do they call it? Like The Wall was. They're
It's just a lot of wicked tunes on it too.
Yeah.
It's just a continuation.
I think they were just punk, and then they turned weird.
Yeah, but
Like
they-
a lot
they
of
turn
people
unique,
do.
Though, like think about that's what makes a band cool, right? Like you don't think that they're this genre, right? Like they're kind of this, they're kind of not, right? I mean,
yeah, and I mean you're never gonna write another Dookie, right? You're not gonna.
No.
American Idiot was pretty fucking good too, though.
It is good. I listen to that. I used to listen to it a lot. I don't listen to a lot of Green Day anymore. Maybe I should, but I used to listen to a shitload of
When
it.
you listen to it start to finish, like it's pretty fucking
It's great,
wicked, man.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and it's funny because they do have some of the like it's a song and it has like 4 pieces to it. You know, like
Totally.
Jesus Suburbia is
Absolutely.
so good, right?
Totally. Saint Jimmy.
Yeah, and it's just there is a there's a journey to it.
Their acoustic shit and their slower shit is some of my favorite stuff.
And I have a super personal connection to this, the lyrics of When September Ends. Like it's like
Yeah, that's a great tune.
yeah.
It is.
That is a
Horribly
great
sad.
Yeah.
Isn't it? About his dad dying?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I almost put it on my list, and the Rise Against tune about Hero of War
Yeah.
is one of the most emotional songs I've ever listened to
Yeah.
in my life. It starts it off with "Son, would you like to see the world?"
Yeah.
and ends it off, "Would you like to see the world?"
Mhm.
And the whole middle is chaos.
Yeah.
About being a war veteran, and it's
Let me get you one.
and that's not a. I didn't put it on my list. It's one of like I almost cry when I listen to that song.
I will admit, I cried once when I listened to it, and I was driving.
Which song?
And
Hero of War.
Hero of War
by Rise Against. It's absolutely incredible.
I remember in many episodes back in the day, and Cecil used to say, "Oh, I listened to that, I got a little misty," and I was like, "Really?" And it was just a lot of music hasn't like really hit me, and I don't know what it is about that song. That song does it to me, and I'm like, fuck, I stopped listening to it.
It's perfectly written.
Yeah,
It's perfectly written.
You know,
there's not one thing
what song
wrong
is
with
this?
it.
it's called Hero of War.
Hero
I
of
think
War.
the only time I ever heard that is you sent it to me and said, "Listen to this because we have to play this."
Did I?
Yeah, one night we're drinking. I was in the garage.
It's
That doesn't sound right.
It's unbelievable.
He's
Like,
like-
and
Yeah.
I would have put it on my list because I'm like that. If there's a song that emotionally affected me more than any, that's
Yeah, he's a good songwriter. If you list like a lot of his, I mean, even the one that I picked, Entertainment. I mean, and I was looking at Satellite and Architects and like he writes some really meaningful stuff. I really like it. I was going to finish off when you were talking about Green Day. I mean, there's something about, and I've said this a million times on the podcast, when you talk about a three-piece band, is if you're going to be a really good three-piece band, everybody's got to be fucking awesome.
Yeah, and thick in their sound.
And I think
And
when they tour, like when they play live, they've added another guitarist.
Yeah.
But they're generally a three-piece band, and probably Trey Cool might be one of the most underrated drummers of all time.
Possibly.
He's
And, Bill
fucking
Armstrong, too, is
awesome.
The guy is he's so unique.
Yeah, he's got a great voice.
He's got a great.
I like the voice.
and he's a great songwriter.
Yeah, I agree. Yep, I agree. Anything else? Oh, you know what I wanted to ask? Because this was interesting. So so it was the history of punk and this and that, and I find that I generally lean towards, I don't know what it is. What is it about California punk rock that was it our generation, that sort of mid 90s, that it was just all the bands were from California? Like, we've got 18 different bands on this list, and 10 of them are from California. So 10 out of 18. And the other ones are, and there's pockets.
Who are they? I haven't seen the list. So who
So
are
the
10?
So the 10 on our list: Bad Religion, Swingin Utters, Pennywise, Offspring, Green Day, Suicidal Tendencies, Dead Kennedys, Goldfinger, Rancid, Face to Face. And then there's there's no Social Distortion on here.
Yeah,
There's no effects on here, which
California?
I thought was they're California band.
What about Flea, Anthony Keith?
They're not punk.
No,
no.
you wouldn't say?
I don't think.
I think Guttermouth is.
Oh, short list.
Yeah, they were shortlisted too.
I don't know where they're from.
I think they're California.
If we did a grunge episode, they'd all be from fucking Seattle. So
Well, that's a fucking stupid thing to say.
Is that what's the song they sing? Pretty fucked. She's pretty fucked up.
it just
Guttermouth.
it happens.
It's
It's
a
like
record tune. It's like pretty fucked up.
California
you guys-
Invasion.
it gets.
You guys should listen to that song.
But what I'm saying is, it didn't start that. It didn't start there. Grunge started in Seattle, and then there were bands that took on that sound. But all the bands came out that way. The bands that started were really, like, Ramones are what, New York? Mm-hmm. Obviously, New York Dolls are New York. I think MC5 is New York, and then you got like Sex Pistols are from the UK.
Do you guys have Ramones on your list?
Right?
But that's
Yeah.
like saying East Coast versus West Coast rap. Like, I don't know.
Washington was good for punk.
Agreed, but that is two spots. It is rest of the world and fucking California.
I don't know. Sandals.
Well, I mean, originally,
Weed,
I think punk originally
granola.
is like a British rock thing, right? Like, isn't that the original punk? Like that
The original punk technically is out of New York.
yeah, punk rock.
I don't know.
I don't know. I would think like
Where's Iggy Pop from? Wasn't
He's English.
Iggy
Scottish.
is?
English?
I thought they
UK anyway.
Yeah, I like the UK.
Stooges.
Yep.
Stooges UK.
Yeah.
Okay.
Johnny Rotten.
I think the first wave was from the UK, and then the Ramones were shortly thereafter.
I don't disagree with you. The California scene is probably the most
But that was
dominant.
the next wave after, but obviously in the more modern era.
Yeah, because it's like Ramones are New York City, Fugazi's from DC, Sex Pistols is UK, Rise Against from Chicago, Pears is New Orleans, Off with Their Heads Minnesota, Butthole Surfers is Texas,
Stooges from Michigan.
Misfits is New Jersey.
Jeez, you guys got
Okay,
your shit
and then
fucking dialed, eh?
and then everybody else is fucking California,
impressive.
and not counting the millions of other bands that we like and listen to. Like I think aren't Descendants from? I don't know where the Descendants are from, but like the Vandals, they were California. Pulley is California. Like there's so many of these bands that for whatever reason from California, and I don't know, is it the surf thing? I don't know,
I don't
but
know. Where are the Interrupters from?
probably.
think
Oh no,
California, aren't they?
no, they're not. No, they might be. I bet you they are.
You know what?
I bet you they
earlier,
are.
Too. Ramones were right before the Sex Pistols. There you
Yeah,
go.
it's interesting. It's an interesting.
I don't think it is. You seem to shoot that down pretty quick. You're
What I
like,
was-
fuck.
What I was
Who
trying
would
to,
have done grunge? What are you fucking idiot?
what I was trying to say is
No, but like
sometimes
the Iggy Pop thing too, right? Like, I mean, I think there was a whole maybe dual movement going on. There's just a time. of
I
it,
think
but-
scenes get
Interrupters from LA.
hot. I think scenes get hot.
Yeah.
They get hot, and people follow people, and bands follow bands, and they all of a sudden you get this whole group. Like what? I don't know, man. Thrash metal. Why is it from San Francisco? Why is that where it came from?
So interestingly, in this whole new age of the digital whatever we are living in now, I mean, almost none of that matters. Like it almost like people can be from anywhere, right?
It is, and you almost feel like
And
there's
there is no region.
there's no opportunity for a scene to explode like that. And maybe it was, going back to maybe the California thing, maybe it was driven by well probably Bad Religion, right? Because they were 81, which is pretty early. And it might have been Bad Religion. I mean, No Effects was probably after that. When is No Effects? I don't think I have a date on when they formed, but I mean, Pennywise was mid 80s, late 80s, but maybe it did all come from there. But there's a New Jersey scene. There's a few bands that come from New Jersey, and that might have come from the Misfits because they're a New Jersey band, aren't they? Anyway,
The Beastie Boys.
and maybe it doesn't matter.
Beastie Boys too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's right. Yeah. So anyway, it probably means fucking nothing, but I just
No, it's cool.
Interesting
I think it's a really cool conversation because
sure.
if you look at all these scenes and where they started,
another
like
question.
Sabbath, Zeppelin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sabbath.
Look at Sabbath.
Metallica.
Sabbath might be the oldest, quote unquote, oldest band that I still listen to. I don't listen to a lot of old shit, but I still listen
I'll
to
throw
Sabbath.
in the Stones every once in a while.
But a UK
Do you?
band,
And the
right?
Beatles.
Okay. Yeah.
Like all that
Yeah.
shit wasn't from North America.
No. I wanted to ask Gord too before we wrap this up. You were a big Bad Brains guy.
I love Bad Brains.
What the fuck happened to the Bad Brains? How did you not? I was expecting that on your list.
They had consideration. I think Cecil mentioned earlier, like Washington, D.C. had a really good punk, like hardcore scene.
Yeah.
Like that's where Fugazi's from.
Right.
Dave Grohl.
Yeah, and like
listening to Bad
Germs
Brains.
were there. Weren't the Germs from there? Scream, all those bands.
Scream was, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I love Bad Brains. They had I like the singing. They were hardcore.
You know what? I think you got fucking cute.
I got too fucking.
You might have got cute.
I did.
It happens.
It does. I overthought it.
You did
Fuck me.
with your suicidal tendencies. Fucking bullshit.
That's the skate.
Possessed to Skate. What a great tune.
What
a great video.
And you know what? And that might be
Why don't you throw that on for a sec?
the biggest.
Missed opportunity.
Well, no, I'm just, if you want to argue that they're a punk band, that might be like, I rest my case. Right? Like, is Possessed to Skate not a fucking
Yeah, good
punk
point.
rock
Yep.
song?
What was the guitar player's name? Was it
Rocky.
George?
Rocky George.
Rocky George. And he rocked that old school Pittsburgh Pirates
The
cap.
Pirates hat.
Dude, it
Fucking
was
had that hat. I
unbelievable.
used to have
You
that.
did have that
Yeah.
hat. I remember that. That hat was deadly. And
Dude, they got to bring those hats back. They're amazing.
they do. They do need to bring those back because they were like a big fucking. It was
It's like a bug.
it was a cake pan with a fucking brim. It was amazing. It was so good.
They were so good. Some other team rocked those for a while too, but no one did it.
Nobody did it like the Pirates.
The Pirates.
The Pirates are incredible.
It's like the least pirate thing you'll ever fucking see.
What a great name.
I wonder if Rocky George must have been from Pittsburgh or from like somewhere around there. He had to have been. But what a great thing. So
In the Cypress Hill, Sendog, didn't he wear that hat too? Or no, am I thinking?
I'm going to Cypress Hill next week.
I don't remember.
Yeah, Cypress Hill's a Grey Eagle.
Grey Eagle.
No way.
I'm going,
We're at the Grey Eagle.
I'm going with a couple buddies and taking
No.
my
Is it
and
May
taking my
19th?
son.
Is it May 19th?
Where was the fucking invite on that?
I didn't know they were coming.
This
to
is an
the other day.
absolute outrage.
It's May 19th. Is it May 19th?
Yeah, 21st.
There's got to be tickets.
It's Friday. It's a week today.
Yeah,
The
Cypress Hill's
Great
coming.
Eagle
I
Casino.
bought tickets like 3 days
How
ago.
does it come to that?
Yeah, there's still
Taking
tickets.
my son.
Let me check
Like a
my
good
fucking.
father that I
Let me
am.
check my text. I must have skipped over that one.
Well, after I fucking threw the Neil Young bombs, I thought you needed a couple days to gather yourself.
That's probably a good call. All right. Well, should we-
Friday, May 2nd, Cypress Hill. The Grey Eagle.
The Great.
There's
Really?
some good. There's some good bands coming to the Grey Eagle.
when the shit goes. I've never gone to a show there.
That's really
so good.
Okay, this
I've only
will-
been to a couple. It's so good.
This might really upset you, and there's still time to correct this oversight.
The
I'm going to
Possessed
Clutch at the Grey Eagle in August.
Yeah, I can't go. I'm not here. I'm in Cranbrook. I'm at the Rock the Kootenays Festival.
Yeah, you are. The weird thing about the Clutch show is it's actually
When's
assigned
that, Huff?
seats. Usually it's just general admission.
Yeah,
so
which is stupid. I wouldn't want to do that.
When
I'll
are you
be
there? Huh?
8th row though.
When are you out there? August what? When are you out there?
I am out there. It's like the 8th to the 11th,
Okay.
something like that.
They're on the old Cannabis tour.
The old cannabis tour is amazing.
Canada.
We missed Bush.
Oh, Canada Best.
Dude, I'm 100% buying
Machine
that
Head?
shirt.
That is ridiculous.
Machine Head
Okay, can I say this?
Canada Best.
and In Flames.
I saw Bush, I think it was 2 years ago.
Is this Bush X or Bush? Or,
This Bush, they're not Bush X anymore. They settled with the
but
Canadian.
it's the same band.
Yeah, the Gavin Rossdale.
Okay.
I saw them at the back alley tent like 2 years ago at Stampede. I was like 3rd row, position A, baby, and they were phenomenal. It's one of my favorite shows I've seen in the last 5 years.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
They were awesome. They sounded great. They were spectacular. They're really good. Like I would have gone to that again, but I can't remember what was going on. I had something going on.
Dude, ZZ Top with the
ZZ Top
Wallflowers.
with the Wallflowers.
ABBA Revisited.
Whoa! Where's that,
Grey Eagle.
dude?
June 4th.
I would do that for $60.
I'll go to that.
Fucking love ZZ Top. Although I'm only going to go if Frank Beard is out of the hospital.
That's fair.
Right? Like they're a 3-piece. The bass player died. So then they got the new guy in there. And then Frank Beard fucking half died. He's in the hospital with something. So it's Billy Gibbons and 2 dudes. So that's not ZZ Top. So I might not go
Oh,
see that.
RuPaul's gonna go. She'll be there October.
I'll go to
What's
that.
Steve-O doing there?
Coulter Wall
Steve-O.
doesn't play for anyone.
Russell
What the
Peters though. I don't
Fuck,
like
I
to
hate
see him.
Russell Peters.
You don't like him?
No.
fuck? Coulter Wall doesn't play shows. I thought.
Who's that fat fuck?
When was that?
Ben,
Coulter Wall. When was that show?
I don't know.
who's that?
I've never won a cent in that fucking casino. I hate it. The venue's good for concerts though.
Yeah, it's great. It's a good size. Good stage.
Is this still the outro? Yeah, dude. That's outstanding. Well, you know what? Normally this is what I say because I've got this written down. It says, make sure you tell everyone about Picks and Sticks, but I don't even know if you should because I have no idea if there's going to be another one of these. But you know what? Be like Jan. Figure it out a little bit later. Tell some friends. Listen to the old shit. We got some new shit here. We might be back. Maybe not. If you want to see or hear another episode, email us. picksandstickspodcast@gmail.com. Social media. Fuck, we're all over it, even though we haven't posted anything in probably 2 years. Picks and Sticks Podcast on Instagram or Twitter, Picks and Sticks 2. And that's it. Thanks for listening. Until next time, see ya!
Maybe.
It's unlikely, but possible.
Let's go smoke a joint.
Yeah. 100%.